How do you think our early perception of happiness is shaped by the people who raised us, our environment, and the resources we had or didn't have?
So half of your baseline happiness is genetic, not
Really?
environmental. Yeah. And we know that from identical twins that were separated at birth and adopted into separate families. So they're DNA carbon copies, but they're raised in different environments. And so you can use basic statistical methods to figure out what part of their personality is genetic and what part is environmental, nature versus nurture. And it turns out that their basic mood level, which tends toward, depression or anxiety or happiness, that it's half genetic. So your mother really did make you unhappy, but as people always say, right? But that actually is not a problem, because if you know genetic tendencies, you can tailor your habits. And habits are the other part, right? Circumstances and habits are the other half. And that's a lot, man. That's really, really a lot.
It is.
So then when it comes to habits, then the question for happiness is, where do you learn the happiness habits? And there's 4 happiness habits: faith, family, friends, and work. Those are those, and you talk about this stuff a lot. Faith, family, friends, and work. Those are the happiness habits. Now, when I say faith, I don't mean you're my faith. You and I are Christian men, but there's lots and lots of. When I say faith, I mean transcendence above the boring, terrifying details of your life and zooming out to something bigger. Family life is really clear. This is what you're talking about all day long, being a husband and father. Friendship, real friendship, people who love you just for being you. And work, meaning really only 2 things: earning your success through hard work and serving other people. That's what work is all about. Those are the happiness habits. And where do you learn those? From the people you observe. And so you get a leg up if mom and dad are doing those things right, even if they're naturally depressed people. That was my case. I come from very, very gloomy stock. I come from parents who've really, really struggled a lot with unhappiness and had low levels of happiness. So high unhappiness, low happiness. And that's a nasty combination.
And that's where your unnatural.
That's where it comes from.
That's where it comes from.
But they had a lot of good habits. They did a lot of things right. They raised me in a Christian home, and they were serious about it. They had a really happy marriage, and they loved me. My parents loved me, which is really good. I mean, this gave me a ton of advantages that not everybody has. And I saw my parents. My parents had friends. And I actually witnessed that. Now that's hard, because I'm on the road all the time, and et cetera, et cetera. But I know what it actually means. And my mother in particular was serious about her work. She was an artist, and she was passionate about it, and she loved it, and she completely dug in. And I saw that. So the result is, I got bad genes, but I learned good habits. And I learned those by observing people who are around me, and my older brother too, whom I admire very much, and a lot of other people in my life. That's why examples matter. And I dare say, you can't control your genes. That's the lottery.
Yeah, you can control your genes, and you can't control your circumstances either. Right? I mean,
at the beginning you can't, but then you can, and you did.